Special guest, man. Other half of Brothers United, man. CEO Steve, man. What's up, brother?
What's going
It's
on,
good
man?
to have you at the table. I mean, you know the table. Yeah, shit. What's good, man? Let's talk about your life. Let's talk about everything, man. We got to talk about everything today. The future of this organization, this family, where we going in the future, man. Let's talk about your life, though, man, because the audience want to get to know who you is, man. The man behind this whole thing of ours, man. So what's your childhood, man? Where you grew up? Where you originally from?
Originally from Louisiana.
Louisiana, man. Oh, okay, Louisiana, man. So how was your childhood growing up in Louisiana, man?
It wasn't the best. I had parents. I ended up having a stepdad and I had a mother. When I was 18, I actually found out who my real father was. So it was really a shell shocking experience. I mean, the childhood wasn't the best, but I made it out. Everyone's a fighter in their own way.
Right, right, right. And when you say everybody's a fighter, because the childhood, like everybody got this experience in their childhood, man. But I tell people this: it don't break you; it should make you.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it made you a lot who you are today, man, and where you came from and who you are, man, as a man. Coming from where you came from, because you wasn't in the best of situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it came to the family, man. And so, how did you, grow from that experience?
Elaborate.
When I say grow from that experience, like, what did it do for you, your life, man? Like going through all that stuff
I
when
would
it
say
came.
that it made me a lot stronger mentally, and it taught me that when I'm prepared to be a father, I know all the things not to do. And when I choose to have my children, to be the best dad ever.
Right,
Because when you see all of the mistakes that you are seeing as a child, when you see them, you're like, I don't want to do that to my kids. I'm not going to do that to my kids. My kids are going to have better.
right, man. And that's important, man. When you talk about that and you talk about manhood, being a man, growing up where you came from, man, and being who you are today, man, because you came from humble beginnings, man. And we always gotta know, man, your age too, man, because you a young buck.
28, I'm old, man.
Oh, man, you say you old,
I'm
man,
old.
and you're a young cat, bro. To have the mindset you have, entrepreneur mindset, and to be growing as a man today, man. Especially coming from you come from a lot of kids who come from bad backgrounds. It takes them a long time. Some of them never get out of the hole, and for you to be where you at now, man. Mindset wise, it's a big thing, man. When it comes to just your life in general, man. How was like we talk about growing up. How was like high school for you, growing up?
Well, I mean, high school, I played sports. I made good grades, A's and B's, sometimes all A's. The only reason why I really only even made good grades is because I wanted to get out. And I knew that making good grades, getting to college was my way out. Um, you're taught in school that, oh, well, you have to go to college and you have to do all these things. Well, the way my out was, I don't live in a good environment, with my whole family life. So you make a grade, you get a scholarship. Hey, you get away. You're 18 legally. You're an adult. What are they gonna do? Nothing.
Right.
You pass, you get to go. You fail, you stay. So it's really one of those things of it's almost make it or break it, life or death in a sense. So that's what I chose. Make good grades. It is what it is.
Right, right. Another thing I always want to know, I know you big into fitness.
Yeah.
High school, that was one of your things.
Hmm.
Fitness, man. What got you into fitness? And
Well, I was 17 years old, and I really kind of just went down the rabbit hole of, fitness modeling, bodybuilding, things like that. Because, when you're young, you see like your superheroes or anime, Dragon Ball Z, things like that. And you're
right,
like, man, I kind of want to look like that. We're like, oh, we sell protein, we sell creatine, all these things. So you started going down that path of just figuring out, okay, well, is this going to do this for me? Is this going to do that for me? Uh, just really working hard. And when I was 17, I actually discovered he passed away, RIP. The guy's name was Aziz Shavershan, and he was like created this whole legacy behind his death. And the one thing that really stuck out to me that really just completely changed my life, and no one ever really told me this as a child growing up, or even like a young adult teenager. Uh, I remember watching one of his videos. He said, "We're all gonna make it, and that's it." And when I heard that, I was like, "Oh my God,
Straightforward.
I can do whatever I put my mind to. This situation that I have does not define me. I'm not a statistic. I am someone who is strong. I am someone who can do anything I put my mind to." And so I became the individual where the moment I put my mind to something, that's it. You're not stopping me.
Man, bro. And that's so important, man. For people who watching, they need to understand that you cannot let life define you. You gotta define your life.
Yeah.
It's important, man, because everybody gets in situations where you feel like it's hopeless, but you gotta find your way out of the situation.
You have no choice as a man in this country.
You really, man, that's deep right there.
You have no choice. But there's a therapy session for me.
Man.
Find one. You want to toast to that?
Yeah, we can toast to that, brother, man, because that's real, you know. It's absolutely real when you say that, man. There's really nothing out there. We got to find our way as men, and that's why this is important. What we do in Brothers United, man, is about uniting men and helping men find a place, because we don't got no place. And when I say we ain't got no place, we lost. We don't know ourselves. We don't know each other. We don't know where to go to ask for help. It's important, man. We got to know our place. We got to find a place.
You know, the scariest 3 words I actually heard from a video that are said to a male is be a man.
Man.
So it's in my situation. I mean, my situation doesn't define me. It's just my life. It happened. It's over with. But how are you supposed to really know how to be a man when you don't have a good figure? You know, you start looking at other corners. I mean, some corners may be bad. Some corners may be good. It's really on how you define yourself, how you want to be. No, I'm not going to act like I'm the most perfect individual in the world, never done anything wrong. Everyone's human. Okay. The reason why I am the way I am, and I say I'm old, is because I've learned so many lessons so soon, because I did live very fast. And I don't want to learn anymore. I say old because I feel like I'm almost 50 in my mind sometimes. It happened and I'm here. I'm still standing. I mean, I had my scared straight moments.
But speaking on what you just said, though,
of course,
you know, when you talk about be a man and you come from that standpoint, most of us don't know.
Yeah,
you could tell a boy to be a man.
Yeah,
he ain't never had dad to be one. You know what I'm saying? And so, especially coming from where you came from, your childhood, you had to find that through other people.
Yeah,
and mentorship.
Yeah.
And it's important because, man, you go back, you know what I'm saying? We go way back, man.
Yeah.
And you coming to me with a situation, because looking for guidance, you know, and people in your life you was looking for guidance from, you know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't really understand. Just because you have a color skin, you come from different backgrounds, sometimes we share the same similarities in life.
Blood does not make you family.
Man.
Loyalty will make you family.
Real, bro. And that's one of the rules that we live by in this family.
Toleration is not love.
Man.
Facts.
It's facts. Man, say it again for audience to understand.
Toleration is not love. Facts. Believe that.
Believe it, man, because it's really not, man. And we talking about, we want to go back to what we was talking about before. We was talking about where you came from athletic wise, you know, and the steps you took. From there, when you went to school, because you did go to college, right?
Yeah.
What was you pursuing in college, or you just went to college just to go?
I actually went for kinesiology. The whole thing in my mind was just be this really good looking personal trainer, because, you know, if you look good to the opposite sex and you look good to your client, wow, he looks good. He must know what he's talking about. Let me do what he's telling me to do. You know, diet, nutrition, any workouts. And I really just wanted to create a positive vibe. I'm all about good vibes. That's my whole thing, energy wise, and really give people hope and let people know, lift people up, not bring people down, really just to pay it forward. Because even if you see someone who's overweight, you see someone who's really skinny, whether, you know, they're an ectomorph, whether they're an endomorph, you can achieve anything. You don't have to literally listen to everybody, because people are going to see you in the first aspect of, oh, well, you're this, you're never going to do this. But then when you do it, what are you going to say? You shut them up.
That's real.
I mean, the best form of revenge is success.
That is, man. That's deep, man, to really, talk about that standpoint. What made you, you pursued that career, right?
Yeah.
So what was your transition? What made you switch from there and go into where you are now on that journey, of trying to find your path in life?
Elaborate just a little bit more for me.
When I say that, I'm talking about your career. You was going to be what you was trying to be,
Okay.
right? But what made you switch
To this right here.
to where you at now in life on your journey?
I want to help men.
Man,
Who is going to help us? Who? Do you see someone knocking at your door saying, "Hey, care about you. Hey, it's okay to talk about, anything and not be judged." Because we're not supposed to have feelings, right?
man, that's what they say. Man gotta be built tough, live tough, deal with whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And man, you can understand it because we lost a close brother to that tough thing. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say it's important for us as men, to have this unity thing, look out for each other, man, and grow from that, man. And so coming into, I mean, let me kind of rewind a little bit because you got to before you got to Birds United, you came to the Red Pill movement first, and that's how you was introduced to me.
Yeah.
And you told me your story.
Yeah.
And everybody got a story, man, and especially in this life, what we go through. And you told me about how you experienced homelessness, and what did that make you understand the importance of brotherhood with men once you experienced what you went through when coming to my life?
Camaraderie is very important. When an individual becomes homeless, whether it's the first time, second, third, however you want to call it, that's when you hit rock bottom. You hit rock bottom. You really truly understand. And this was probably one of the hardest things to really come into realization. No one cares. You're a man, you got to figure it out. You got to get it how you live it. And there's times where, yes, I was hungry, multiple times. I mean, I can't even explain just the pain, like burning. You feel like a sharp object is sticking you because you feel the burningness in your body, just pain, just like stabbing. And coming from that, I'm very blessed for what I have now. And I'm very grateful from where I came from, because if I did not go through those experiences, I would have never met you. God would not have laid the cards out that I have today. He would not make me the strong individual that I am today. I didn't know that I was going to become a very strong-minded individual and even meet you. I never knew that. Quite frankly, I didn't know what was going to happen. All I knew that I had to figure it out.
Man, ain't this what it is, man? I'm telling you, man. And you always got to figure it out as a man. Got to figure it out how you get yourself out of situations. How do you find your way? And coming into my life, you know what I'm saying? What it was that you got to understand what it felt to have a brother.
Yeah.
And that's where it's so important, because we used to people not caring.
Yeah.
And I made that my duty. Like when I was helping men, Red Pill community, as I still am, it was about giving men a way to having somebody in your life. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to caring and being a support system for brothers, man, let men know that you do have a second chance in life. You don't have to get out of here. And that's why what we're doing is so important now. You know what I'm saying? And it goes into how we got into this. I want to talk to you about that. How did we get into Brothers United? How did we even come together, today and having what we have today?
Well, how it really came about, in my personal opinion, I have a really big thing in my life, and other people may be built different, and it's okay. You're either living or existing in this life.
Man,
if you want to work for somebody the rest of your life and you want to get a 401k and a pension, have at it. I'm not knocking you. But when it's all said and done, how many regrets are you gonna have when you're on your deathbed? You have a wife, kids, whatever you want. The assets that you acquire, you can't take them with you. The only thing you can leave is your legacy on this earth. And then I remember calling you and I was like, hey, we need to start something. You start something. And at the time, you're like, I need to figure a few things out. I'm coming. I'm like, I'd call you almost, every week, every month, hey, Lamar, you're a genius. You're smart. I'm smart. We need to do something. Let's do it. How much cash you need? Let me know. I'll work for it. I'll get it. Because I think sometimes brilliant minds think alike.
Man, I'm telling you. And to be able to figure something out like this, I feel like it's different, man. Like Brothers United, like it's and the global thing and the family thing represents something, because we claim we have family as men, but reality is, I learned from life, and I want people to understand this is that as a man, when you up, everybody's up, right? But when you down, that's when man, where the family at, where people were. And I learned that from dealing with other different men experiences. I dealt with you, how we became close, but dealing with other men made me realize, like, dang, these brothers are alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And dealing with a close brother that did lose his life, committed suicide, we was like, it hit both of us from left side, because we spent our life, since we came together, helping men. You know what I'm saying? That was our life, that was our duty. And that's what I feel like got us into this, because we was like, man, something got to be done. And not just on the local level, just in this country, because we are dealing with issue with the Western culture, bro, when it comes to men not knowing the way out, men not having guidance, fathers, the lack of fathers. All these things is a combination of a situation where we in today as men. And how much you could tell a boy, you a man, you gotta figure this out. He don't know if he don't know. That's just what it is. That's why we in the situation we in today. How the heck you supposed to know when you don't know? Think about it. I don't know how to be no man. I gotta find a way. Most dudes end up what? Dead or in jail.
Sad reality.
Sad reality. Some get out, right? Some able to get out like you. You know what I'm saying? To come from your situation, not have no parents, nothing, and find a way out. Man, that's an achievement. You know what I mean? I was blessed, right? I was blessed to have a mom and dad, right? Even though they wasn't in the same house, they were still, you know what I'm saying, cordial enough for me to understand that. You know what I'm saying? But there's people like, they don't understand, period. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important for us as men to start bringing back that leadership, that guidance. You know what I'm saying? Get men back to building.
Of course.
So we got to get back to that, bro. That's what we here today, man. And what is the future? I would say, would come to you. What is the future when it comes to Brothers United?
Future is to have men all around the world come in groups together, create jobs for the community, create jobs for men that need jobs, bring money to their economy. That is the future.
Man, it's important. And I gotta go on you on that one, because you're right. When you talk about building economy, an economic economy for men, you know what I'm saying? They got a welfare system for women. We need something for men. From an aspect where we could put men in position.
Correct.
And that's where we at, man. And we live by rules. I mean, as you can see, we got the rule today, respect. We doing that for the next 2 weeks. But man, we have a list of rules that men follow in this family, and they live by in this family. And those rules represent masculinity.
Of course.
The rules of masculinity, man. And respect is big. We did the other one, camaraderie, and we did honor, man. And these are the rules we live and die by, right? And men need to start living their life by rules. If you don't live your life by rules, then you have no boundaries. You see what I'm saying?
It's chaos, lots of errors, lots of mistakes.
It's chaos, man. You need organization. And we're gonna bring that back, man, with Brothers United, man. And we will be the best solution. Right now, yeah, we fresh. You know, we still at the beginning stages of what we're trying to accomplish, and we have a journey ahead of us, but we definitely gonna accomplish that journey. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna accomplish that mission because it's important to help men and help men realize they potential and they rightful place as leaders that God placed them in society. And that's what we need to focus on. You know what I'm saying? And so for that being said, man, when it comes to respect, as I talked about, because you know many rules, how do you feel about respect in your life in general when it comes to not just this family, but people in your life?
Respect is everything. One way why people get respect is because they don't tolerate disrespect in any type, shape, or form. Respect is everything.
Everything.
I mean, you could try to stand in front of a crowd and give a speech. Nobody respect you. Nobody gonna hear you.
Man. Nobody
gonna hear you. Nobody gonna hear you. No one cares.
No one cares, man. And that's the thing. As a man, you got to take respect. Respect is taken, man. You got to be assertive. You got to be bold. You know, and that's important. And when we talk about respect, it goes back to camaraderie and honor. And the thing about all of that, everything deals with respect. If I'm your comrade and you don't have my back, you tell me you got my back, that's disrespectful. Right? And so that's the importance of it, man. And tell me an instance in your life when it came to someone may have not respected you, not just the respect in general, but with camaraderie or honor. Have you ever dealt with people in your life that said, well, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do it, and they never show up? Or, you know, I think you told me an incident, a situation where you was working and you had dealt with a guy. He made a promise. And,
Oh, yeah. So I was working with this individual, and, you know, I was giving him rides home. I wasn't even letting him pay for gas, nothing like that. I mean, I don't know what he was blowing his money on, you know, probably on whatever, you know. Guy was basically just eating ramen in his house. And to me, I'm like, you know what, man, I get it. You know, I got you. I'm gonna make sure, you know, you able to find a way home. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very big on this. If you're a man and you say you're gonna do something, your word is your bond. You have to be a man of your word, because that's the quickest way to not honor your word, for an individual just to not take anything you say seriously. If you say, hey, I'm going to take this glass and I'm going to move it right here, you move it. Not, I'm going to put it right there just right now. And you, like, 5 seconds go by, you don't put it. Like, what? So anyway, I told the individual, I was like, hey, I called him on the phone. I was like, hey, I need you. All I need you to do is something very simple. And he was like, okay, bet. I'm like, great. Oh my God, it's gonna come through. I need him. Great. He never did. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. I don't talk with you. I done like bonded some, you know, got to know you a little bit. You know, a lot of people even were like, yo, he's not even paying you gas money. No, you paying me gas money. Care about that.
Right.
Like this is, I would want someone to do the same for me.
Paying it forward.
Pay it forward. Let me bless it. That's what I was taught. You pay it forward. You give and you get back, you know? And he didn't show. And that hurt me so bad. And I couldn't understand that, man, I didn't even ask for nothing serious. I just needed you. I just needed you. So now you telling me what kind of man you are.
It goes back though. The thing about it goes back to rules. Men do not know when men don't live by no rules.
No. It's
a jungle. No. Anything goes.
Some do, some don't.
Right. But when you talk about, we talk about like majority. This is the chaos. You know what I'm saying? You got some dudes who live by rules like we do, but people don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Majority of men, they lost. And that's the truth. They don't live by rules. They don't live by respect. you know. And in this family, we don't care who in your life. If we see somebody disrespect you, you're gonna have to check that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care if it's your, I don't care who it is, wife, woman, whatever. Respect is not tolerated, and it should be zero tolerance, and it should be zero tolerance with anything that was disrespectful, right? And from that situation, how did you handle it, as you know, when it came to your life?
Um, I gave him one more ride home. Um, it was actually that same day, and I was upset, and I never got a reason why. Not even like, oh, well, this happened, this happened. You know, when you're a man of your word, if you can't do something in your power, you give the reasons why in your power you were not able to do so. You give that reason because not all the time you're going to be able to do something, but if you're not able to, you better give all the reasons in your power why you're not excuses, but straight honesty. I mean, I didn't get, a response by any kind. I didn't even have to ask. Like, I was upset. I shouldn't have to say anything. You a man.
Man,
You put your pants on just like me. You know, we 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 men.
we men, and that's the thing. It goes back to rules, man. When you don't live your life with rules, man, you live your life in chaos.
Yeah.
I always say that. I mean, I talked to you when I was teaching you a long time ago, man, that your life got to be set with a routine.
Yeah.
You need balance to your life. Your life has to be scheduled, because if you have an unscheduled life, who knows what time you're gonna wake up?
Yeah.
You unorganized. Your life is a mess. You know what I'm saying? If you don't live by rules, your life is a mess. Everybody getting over on you. You're not saying nothing because you never put the boundary there. You know what I'm saying? When people come to us, they know what it is.
Yeah.
This is what it is. You don't live by, you're getting cut off. And that's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to, I would say this, the future
Okay.
of Brothers United. Ultimately, we want to be able to have a place where men can facilitate their life and build a world that represents them. When it comes to women, when it comes to businesses and life, if something not working for you, like men dealing with issues in the West, we know that in the passport movement, we hear all of this, right?
Yeah.
If you're not having a good situation, you have the ability to change it and leave. And in Brothers United, we want to give men the ability to go wherever they want and live their life. This place not working for you, you can go somewhere else where it works, where you can build amongst men that's like-minded, that live their life by rules. It feels so much better. Like when I'm with my brothers, like, yeah, I'm always living good. You feel me? Because I'm with my brothers. We working towards something. We know we're building towards our future. We always busy. We got something we working towards. You know what I'm saying? And that's brotherhood, man. That's what they teach in the military. You know, when you send men out on missions, they come as a group and they got each other back, man. And they take pride, and you take pride in your brothers, man. Because it just feels good building with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get back to that brotherhood. Build with your brothers and know who is your brother. Know who is the people that's gonna be in your life. Because most of us, man, you understand it because you've been there. I was there. Most of us don't have good people in our life as men. We don't have good men in our life. We don't have good women. We don't have good men, period. So we get to a point where we just used to dealing with bad behavior, right? But until you understand what living by rules is, you can check that the door. Because hey, you either deal with this or you leave. That's living with rules. That's being a man, bro. And focus on what we're trying to do, man. Like when it comes to economics, I want to say, what do you want out of it, like economic wise? Because I know you got you trying to build a family.
Yeah.
Uh, what do you want out of that when it comes to your future?
Financial freedom. Let your money work for you. Leverage.
Right.
Everyone should have the opportunity to live wherever they want in this world. but are you going to work for it?
That's it, man. that's that's the thing. Are you gonna work? Are you willing to sacrifice?
Yeah.
Because what we doing right now, a lot of sacrificing.
It's not easy. No one likes sacrifice.
Man, you know it, bro. Man, I swear I'm tired now.
I've been up since 3 in the morning.
Man, let me tell you something. The work never stops. And that's something that people got to really understand. Man, everybody want a beast to you got to do what beasts do.
Yeah.
And what was his name who said that?
Eric Thomas.
Man, everybody, I'm telling you, because I realized I'm like, dang, just being tired, working with my brothers, they, they got their business, they other channels. I'm like, man, I'm out here late at night working with him. Then we got to get up the next day to go to an event. We both looking like zombies. I'm like, that's the amount of work you have to put in if you want to, try to do something different and be great in your life. And the bigger the dream, the harder you got to work.
He also said that, listen to me, it's going to be a dogfight. Nothing pretty is going to happen your way just the way you want it. You're
Right.
going to have things happen that you have not prepared for. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have things that you'd be like, well, how did this happen? I didn't prepare for this. Of course, you didn't prepare for it. Learn, roger that. Let me go forward.
Man, bro. And, I know we finna go into closing, but I want to say something because what's important for us as men and what I want, us for as a, organization, as a family, as we expand, I want us to have a facility for men, around the world where, you have gym memberships. We need a place where we got a membership for men where he can have a place where he can work out, a place where he can facilitate business at, have conferences with his business. If he's trying to be an entrepreneur, basketball, games, whatever, a man cave, you know what I'm saying? As I always call base operations.
I like that.
A man need a base where he call his own. And man, we need that, as men. And that's what future plans is, what we want to accomplish. One of our end goals, because it's important, man. We need something where we can go as men and we can do business. We love to work out. We can go to the gym. Men love to play games. We play games, basketball, whatever you like to do, is a place where this is home. This is a place where I can build. I got business. I got a conference room. And something we need. We need something as our own as men, bro. I feel like we don't have nothing for us as men.
We don't.
We have nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's why people are leaving.
Man, that's the truth.
I mean, you just mentioned before, what was the Passport Bros? Before that, no one knew what that was. But then the moment you see that, a light bulb clicks like, wait a minute. I can do this. This is out there. These are my options.
Right. But you didn't really have the options before because you didn't know, man.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say we as men, general, have to start just understanding, like, if you got people around you, start working with your brothers. If they wasn't your brothers in the first place, you will find out then when you're trying to do something.
Yeah.
Because when you're trying to go towards a goal, then the work kick in.
Yeah.
Then you realize who really want to work. You know what I'm saying? Because all of us got our own lives. Even though we're part of this, everybody still got their own life. But we make time for this family because we know we trying to build financial freedom.
Comes back to sacrifices.
And I'm gonna make something clear. I said this is the CEO, but we all bosses.
Facts.
We all bosses in this family. Every person you see that got this hat on, or you see any BU, they their own boss. And just know that they ain't by themselves. Understand that. And I think that the world gonna start understanding that pretty soon in the next couple of years, man, that this is the beginning of something for us as men.
Absolutely.
It's huge, man. And I don't think people really understand the importance of what we're trying to accomplish for men. Because it's time for us to have a second chance, a real second chance. You know what I mean? A man gets sent to court, Brothers United need to be called. You know what I'm saying? We need to be that solution for men, period. You know what I mean? Because at this point, men don't really have that.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't. We have a crisis, a huge crisis on leadership, on rules of masculinity. People don't know what it is to live by rules as men. Um, we need proper guidance for the future leaders of this world. Because man, you are a leader. It's your birthright. God made it your birthright to be a leader.
Facts.
Period. Understand it. You have to lead this world as you lead your family. Because a man must lead his family. If he's unable to lead his family, he must leave. You understand what I mean? If you cannot lead your family, what do you have?
You don't have anything. I mean, it
have-
goes back to the Lion Kingdom.
man,
Got the big mane, you're a lion, act like one,
man,
be a leader. You have absolutely no choice as a man but to be a leader. You're going to be a pawn in a chess game? You want to be a king? Well, act like one. Work hard for it. Make your sacrifice. Pay your due. Be the first one to show up early and the last one to leave late. Because if you live mediocre and you work mediocre, you're going to get mediocre results. Yeah, it's not going to blow up all of a sudden. But when you put your hours in and day out, and you really, truly believe it, you see it in your mind first, and you put action toward it, you're going to get some kind of result. And then someone's going to click in your head like, oh, I am a bad man. I can do this. I can do anything I put my mind to.
Man, that's what people don't understand. You really can, but are you willing to put the work in? It's extreme amount of work in this, and extreme amount of being patient. And we both know building this, my God, bro. A lot of patience, man. A lot of going through different, man. A lot of, because coming into this, we kind of understand. We do understand that men are lost. We definitely understand that coming into this. We knew how big of a challenge this is. This is a big dream, right?
Yeah.
The bigger the dream, the harder the grind. And we didn't realize how hard of a grind was till we start getting to work on this. It was a project for a long time, and then we set the rules in place, and we started putting the action.
I remember when we drew it on the whiteboard, and it was like, this is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing.
We're setting the rules. This is it. And it's like, let's do it.
And everything gonna be perfect. We're gonna have a lot of bumps and grinds. I mean, bumps on the road. That's just what it is. On your journey to, accomplishing your mission, that's what it's gonna always be, man. And God put us all together for a reason.
Of course.
I believe it, man. How life turned out. The other brother I was dealing with, he had it rough. It was rough. You know what I'm talking about, man. The brother we had, he's building now, but it was rough. It was rough, man. But we put time into the brother. We work with the brother. Now where we at? We where we at now. You know what I'm saying? We building, and now we grinding towards something bigger. And that's what it's about, man. And that's what men need to understand. Get around people that's like-minded like you, and work with people that want to be something. They ain't even got to just have the same mind. They just got to want something. Right?
Of course.
If you want something, y'all gonna work towards getting it. You see what I'm saying? And if men can start having that mindset, man, it's no telling what they can accomplish, man.
Our name is Brothers United. Globally, we stand for a reason.
Yeah, and the global is important because around the world we will be named. It won't be, I promise you.
Brothers United family. I mean, you never know. I mean, you do know it's going to be a household name.
But listen, but I promise you, I want to say, because global is important, because a lot of men around the world are struggling.
Yes, absolutely.
Third world countries, they, we can be that.
Yeah.
Help the real estate, help those people over there. You see what I'm saying? And start helping that economy. Start building.
Of course.
Other brothers. Understand that. That's nothing you can't accomplish, man. Just got to do it. Put the work in, and that's the mission. It's an important mission for us as men, bro. Because now we got to understand, like, yo, this is what's possible. Just got to get it.
Anything's possible.
That's it.
If you work for it.
That's it.
And you want it. You want it. Eric Thomas, I really love when he says this. You have to want it as bad as you want to breathe. When you make that decision, it's like, of course, he has the video where the guy, he dunked his head underwater and he held him there. He's like, well, what did you want to do? I wanted to breathe.
Man. And I'm going to say something because we're getting close. It's nothing in this family I go through that my brothers won't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's important to be around people that if you go through something, he know. You know, it took us a while before we even started this brothers this organization. I tell you what, man, it was some tough times in life for both of us, man. I was homeless, but what happened when I was homeless though? My brother was there. Few brothers they was there. You feel me? They was there. They had my back, and them the type of brothers you want. When he went through a situation, it was right there. 100%. That's what you do for your brother, and that's what we do in this family. There's nothing that we would never let no brother fall behind. No man will be left behind, brothers unite, because we family. Emphasize on family. Period. That's it. And that's what y'all brothers got to start understanding. We so divided in this American culture. You start talking to women, you go start traveling, or you talk to different people in different cultures. They don't understand this American culture.
A lot of them laugh at us.
They don't understand it. It's foreign to them to see how divided we are.
They can't. Some of them, they can't understand. Like, well, why is that? It's just where we live. It is what it is.
You see what I'm saying? But is it the way we live? Well, we could change.
Absolutely.
You gotta want to do it though.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta speak on this, bro, because I said I was, man, to you behind the scenes, but I gotta speak on it, man. There wouldn't be no Brothers United if it wasn't for Sean, bro. I gotta speak on it, man. People who followed me many years ago kind of understand. We lost a close brother. He been gone for about 2 years, huh?
Yeah.
It's tearing me up even speaking about it, man. I'm trying to contain my emotions, but we built this thing, bro, to show him that man coming together was possible, man. That it was possible, man. He didn't even believe it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we're here today. Showing, man, he looking down like, yeah, bro, we did it, bro. We showing the world that it's possible that every race of man can do this shit together. That it is possible, man. And I know he looking down, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, Brother Sean was very much ahead of his time.
He was smart. He was smart, and I mean, he was a beautiful person inside. You know, a lot of people saw him. I'd say like the internet presence, maybe, but we knew the guy, through and through. We would have conversations for just hours, and we would talk on different subjects. I remember talking, and we were just laughing and just talking about random stuff for hours. And I look on my phone like, man, it's been 4 hours. We went on the phone for 4 hours. Like, oh yeah. I was like, well, I got to go do this. You got to do this. Okay, bet, cool. And you instilled really communicating, get to know people, and then we started doing that and be like, oh, you guys been talking? Like, oh yeah, we talk every day. And then we would have, the group chats. I love the group chats. We'd be there for hours. We get all kind of different brothers from different states there. And we're like, oh, is that so-and-so? Is that Steve there? Oh, is that Sean? Oh, is that Lamar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're in red. And I remember one time we probably had close to, what was it, like 22 people one time?
Man,
it was a lot. I still remember that night.
And one thing I want to say on that, man, before he passed, and he used to do stuff like that.
Yeah, he did.
He used to get brothers together and they talk about their life. And, when this passion happened, a lot of people spoke about him, man. And I'm going to miss him. It's not a day that go by, man, and I don't, man. And we going to miss you, bro. That's for damn sure. And that's why we're here today with Brothers United, man. I have to be honest about that, man. Show you, bro, that it was possible when we thought it wasn't. We didn't think that man could get it together. We just didn't believe it anymore, man. And rest in peace to him, bro. Like, a toast to that brother, man. Straight up, bro. He will be missed, man. That's for sure, man. And any last things you have to say about Brothers United, man, and what we have going on future wise?
The road to the million. It's only the beginning.
That's it, man. And I just want to thank all of y'all for coming out, for supporting, Brothers United, man. The importance of this, what we trying to do, man, because man need it. We need more guidance, more help than ever. And the way to it is building with your brothers, learning, learning from others who went through a hardship or who was able to get out of a situation and learned about building with other men and live their life with rules, man. Because there's no place you're going to get it like Brothers United on this channel. Learn about respect. Nobody preach about these things. Camaraderie, honor, man. Teach you to be a better man and live by those rules like we had to learn. Because we didn't just start this thing yesterday. It took a long time. Many years, man, to get what we trying to get. And we stay at the beginning. So I want to thank all of y'all for coming out and supporting Brothers United, man. Supporting this channel, man. We at 600 now, and we still growing. Man, big things are coming. Just going to continue to grind as a family, as an organization, and build. Thank y'all for all the support. And thank y'all for helping me get to 600, man. This is Brothers United Round Table, man. I'm out.